This year, on Sunday the 15th of October 2017, Majlis-e-Shura held its annual Majlis-e-Shura. Majlis-e-Shura is the second most important institution after Khilafat in Ahmadiyya Islam, in which members of the Majlis will come together to discuss and vote on a number of different proposals. Each delegate of the Shura is duly elected by members of their Qiyadat and approved to attend by the Sadr Majlis beforehand. The day started off with an opening session chaired by the Sadr Majlis. During his opening address, he emphasized the importance of Shura and the role of each delegate in attendance. The Shura continued with a recap of last year's proposals and an update on their progress. This was shortly followed up by an introduction of the 5 Shura proposals set forward this year. As per tradition, the chair of the Shura, along with other delegates, sat down to appoint the different subcommittees to discuss the proposals further at length, and to come forward with recommendations. After Zohar and Asr Namaz, the subcommittees gathered together to discuss the various proposals this year. Also, for those members who were not involved in subcommittees, various talks and presentations were held for the benefit of the various delegates. The day moved on to a plenary session, where the subcommittees returned to the main hall and set forward their recommendations. The proposals and recommendations were then opened up to the floor, where the delegates had a chance to discuss at length what changes should be made and to quiz the subcommittees of their recommendations. Each proposal was voted on, following which the proposals are submitted to Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen for approval. The Shura also featured a special presentation to those Khuddam who were moving on to Ansarullah and had served the Majlis with distinction.
As a Naib Sadr this year, Muzaffar Bhatti Sahib has chaired the IT committee, the Mahasabah committee, and in this final year he served with real dedication and led the delivery of 2 key online portals, the online Jannah portal and the online expense portal.
My only 2 points which I will request is something that you will all benefit from. One is, throughout your life, make priority to give time to remembrance of Allah, because that will help you in everything you do.
Perhaps his most notable and definitely his most recent achievement was as Nazim ala Ijtima of this year's Ijtima. Not without the sheer blessings and favours of Allah, he led the delivery of Ijtima to a high standard and one of our highest ever attendances, despite so many other major events and challenges in the immediate run-up to the event. Of course, I'm talking about Awqash Ahmad Sab from Tahir region, currently serving as a Naib Sadr Majlis.
In short, in this life, and at least I mentioned about the engagement side, youngsters getting involved, because there were so many different distractions, so many different reasons to kind of stray away. This is all that we have that's good in our lives, This institution, the Jamaat, any activities that you fulfill or get involved in, this is what we have.